I have shuffled and laid out the cards, so we'll begin now. I work through the 12 houses of the zodiac, and the cards in each house indicate the energies at this time. So for Gemini, for the first house, we have Libra, I balance. So your first house is all about your body, yourself, your outer appearance, how you appear to others, how you are perceived by others, and what you're projecting outward as well. So with Libra in there, this is again an air sign, and Libra is all about finding balance. So this could just be with the way you are projecting yourself to others. Keep an even keel, keep your attitudes and perhaps your outer projections on a balanced way, so that that whatever you're saying and whatever you are imparting to others is going to be well received. Librans can also sometimes be a little bit indecisive, so if there's something that you're wanting to get across, perhaps prepare in advance if possible, so that when you do have your say, or when you are interacting with others, you're coming across in a positive way. Librans are generally very dignified people. They don't like confrontation. They don't enjoy dramas, so they like to negotiate and keep things flowing, and to come, to use their air qualities, which is the mind, to assess and to come to a happy medium. So also from the body point of view, it could be that if you are looking to start a new outward regime, whether it's working on your body, perhaps it's exercise, or perhaps just improving the way you look, go for a classic look, and just don't go to extremes in any way. Just keep an even keel through this period. When it comes to the second house, we have the North Node, which is appearing in there. The North Node is always to do with life purpose. It's what if you're into following, your past lives, or thinking about what you've brought in from past lives, the North Node is all about moving on from that and moving into your life purpose for this particular incarnation. So you use the South Node to give you your foundation, to see what it is that you are bringing in with you. So if it could be hidden talents, it could be some kind of ability that is now starting to surface. It could also just be putting to bed past issues which have dogged you, and now you need to move forward into a clearer path and feel more at home in that particular house. Now the second house is all to do with income, your money that you've got coming in. It's to do with values. It's also to do with property, your environment, and and your stability. It's also to do with what you love, what you desire and what you would like to own. So with the North Node, life's purpose coming in there, it indicates that possibly elements are coming in for you now which are going to give you a boost to move you forward in the direction of that you need to go in. So it could be just some kind of windfall, or some kind of push in the direction that you're wanting to go, the direction that you've set for this lifetime. So you're starting to feel a lot more comfortable in your life purpose. There's going to be some sort of support in that endeavor. It could also just be coming home to yourself when it comes to your own values and what you want to move forward with in your life. So it's almost like a positive push in the direction of that you're wanting to head in this lifetime. So you may want to ponder a little bit, put to bed the past issues that you've perhaps dealt with, things that no longer serving you anymore, and you'd like to move on from them, and point yourself north, head north to your guiding light, and to what it is that you feel you would really like to achieve, or you would like to just lay the foundation for in this lifetime. In the third house, we have Mercury, which is mind. This is Mercury rules the third house, so it's in its own house. The third house is all to do with all forms of communication, whether it's verbal, written, even body communication. It's also to do with contracts. It's to do with your siblings and early education and short trips, like small trips. So with Mercury appearing in there, you're asked to turn your mind to what it is that you're currently saying and what you are agreeing to in terms. So that could be contracts of some sort, and apply the analytical side of Mercury to that, and have a good look at what it is you're doing and what it is you're saying, because it also ties in with your eye balance, which is what you're projecting outwards and what's being perceived by others. So and they're both air signs. So you need to bring the air element into your third house to actually help you going forward, because there may be issues coming up. If you're in the media world, if being in the media world is part of your profession, then Mercury in there is a very good thing to have, because it's in its own house and it's all the qualities of Mercury, which is that quick decision-making, witty, inquisitive, curious, and sharp. It's a very quick thinking, think on your feet kind of energy. Also, Mercury rules electronics of all sorts. So if you are buying something, or you're drawing up a contract for something to do with that, just make sure that everything is clear and that you're absolutely 100% happy with what is being put down in terms. And if you need another set of eyes, then do that. But apply your analytical abilities in that regard. And just think about what you're saying, what you're putting down in paper, what you're actually imparting to others. If you're teaching, you may need to obviously bring in the higher principles of Mercury, which I've already mentioned. In your fourth house, you have Cancer, I feel. So this is, again, it's in its own, the Cancer rules the fourth house. So it's in its own house. And Cancerians always bring a watery element. They love their home. They love their family. And they're quite clannish. So you may be closing ranks there when it comes to your home, or just feeling the need to retreat on a regular basis. Withdrawal is necessary. Always remember the crab. The crab is associated with Cancer. They like to withdraw. They skitter along the sands of life, gathering and doing whatever it is they need to do, but they do periodically withdraw, and they have the shell to protect them should they feel insecure or threatened in any way. They've also got that massive claw. So they can be quite protective of their environment and of their family. So don't tangle with them if you're going to annoy them. So when it's applied to your fourth house, this indicates your home. So the fourth house is about your home, and it's about your early, your foundation, your roots, your family's foundation and roots. And Cancerians go through phases of the moon. They can be in full force sometimes, and then they need to withdraw. And things go through phases like that of the moon. So it could also signify change within your home environment. So you just need to go with the flow there, and just be feel super sensitive in your home environment. And just bear in mind that you are you may be interacting with others. It's wonderful to be nurturing, which is again the Cancerian thing. It's also the mother. It's wonderful to be nurturing and loving in your home. Just don't be clingy or too overly emotional. Just, be compassionate and be loving, and bring that into your home environment. Because I feel you're going to need it. In your fifth house, you've got Mercury retrograde, which is, it's all about reinvention, anything with a re in front of it. So this could be relief. It could be when you re-look at something, when you review something. And the fifth house is all to do with children. And Cancer is associated with that because it's also involved with children. It rules, it has associations there. So your fifth house, children, it's your creativity, and it's your love affairs, romance, having fun, recreation of all kinds, whether it's sporting or whatever, and just having fun in general. But it can be a good indication of your creativity in this lifetime. And your Mercury retrograde reinvention means you need to relook at this again. There's something that's coming up in your 5th house, which is requiring some contemplation to figure out what is working, what is not working, what perhaps need to be tweaked. If it's to do with your children, one or more of your children may be going through a phase of reinvention where they are changing how they are moving forward in the world. So you're going to be having that in your 5th house. If it's a creative project, you're going to be perhaps may have to redo something. But whatever it is that you're going to be redoing, it's giving you an opportunity to look at it again and to move forward with the revised version. And if it's your child that's having a reinvention, to support them through that. Maybe a little bit tricky sort of in the beginning stages, because basically there's change going on. There's a little bit of turmoil, and you may need to support them through that. And that's why I feel the Cancer for your home environment may be coming in there, where you will be super sensitive to what's going on, but just to stay balanced at all times. And and if it's a romance that you're undergoing, you may have somebody coming in that you've known before, or it's the second time around, or however, but it's somebody that's coming in again, or somebody that you are entering into a love affair with, or having a romantic liaison with, that you may have been with before, whether this is this lifetime or before. But basically I feel it could be just from this lifetime, somebody's coming back in, or it could just be you seeing others again, that you have known before. Then in the 6th house we have Leo, which is appearing there, and Leo is a very strong sign. It's a sign of strength and honor, and it's also the sign of warmth and enjoying being in the spotlight. Leos love being in the spotlight, and very creative sign, and very outgoing, very attractive, just a very uplifting energy to be around. So now it's appearing in your 6th house, which is all to do with your work projects, your routines, your daily routines, your work colleagues, your workplace, any projects that you're working on. It could be multiple projects that you're working on. And it can also indicate it's to do with your health, your physical health, and also to do with pets. So you may, in one of those environments, you may be encountering Leo type people. So they're going to basically bowl you over. They're very, they project warmth and sunniness. So they're going to, they enjoy being in the spotlight. So you're going to have to learn to work with those energies. It also could just be that your workplace is going through a sort of an uplifting vibe, and whatever work it is that you're doing, if you're a sole worker and if you work independently on your own, you're going to be bringing that creative side into your projects, which is great. And you may be, whatever it is you're working on, may be in the spotlight of the spotlight's either going to be on you, or it's going to be on your work project. It's a very, as I said, a very abundant energy to have. It can also, going the other way, it can also be a little bit arrogant and egotistical. If you're looking at from a health point of view, possibly something there. Leo always rules the heart, the circulatory system, so it could be something in there that you're needing to address or to look at. It's a sunny sign, very warm sign, and you could just be feeling good about yourself as well. But if there are health issues, then to actually address it and look at it. And if you need a checkup, then go for a checkup. Then in the 7th house, which is the house of your relationships, your personal relationships, your one-on-ones, you've got Aries, I am, very fiery sign to be having in there. And this is as I said, your one-on-one, between you and your significant other, or you and your business partner. And it's a very dynamic energy, a very forceful energy, get up and go, lots of fresh ideas, movement, change, moving forward, progression. Or it could just be a really great idea. So if it's a business partnership, there's going to be a lot of energy and a lot of a lot of things happening, but forward movement, fiery, passionate projects that you maybe, or business that you may be starting. If it's to do with you and your partner, a lot of fiery, passionate energy there. And, let's go and get them. Let's get up and go. Let's go and do things. Aries are also very loyal people, actually, when it comes to relationships as well. Once they've decided what they want and who they want, they will go after it. And they will, they put their whole heart into it. So if that's the energy you're bringing into those relationships, your one-on-ones, you and your significant other, that's great. It also can bring in the impulsiveness and the, just very ambitious, almost sort of self-centered as well, in a way that you're going after that one particular goal, or you're actually, going after that one particular person. So it can also be a very impulsive, very forceful sign. So don't overdo it, but use that passionate, fiery energy and harness the loyalty of the Aries to actually make your relationship better. Then in the 8th house, which is the house of sexual relations, sex, death, and rebirth. So more than likely that's symbolic death and rebirth. You've got Jupiter and you've got abundance appearing there. Jupiter is the planet of abundance. It's a very positive thing to have in your 8th house. The 8th house is also the house of big finance, like investments, insurance, legacies, inheritances, and taxes. And it's also other people's money. So you could be dealing with other people's money, whether it's your professional, or you're perhaps dealing with it in connection with a committed relationship. The 8th house deals with shared resources between partners. So Jupiter coming in there is a very abundant, very opportunistic energy, joy, good luck, happiness, abundance. It's all those wonderful things, windfalls, just lots and lots of more and more of whatever it is that is joyful. And if it's money, well, that's money. If it's abundance, it's abundance, because abundance can come in all kinds of forms, not necessarily just money. So the resources between you and your significant other, or in your business environment, can expect to have a boost of some sort. Also, Jupiter because it's the biggest planet, it can also be a bit overbearing and a bit egotistical, and exaggeration, going over the top. So just be aware that if it's to do with money, big money, just make sure that if you're making a splash, or you're getting a windfall and now you need to make a massive outlay on something, just think about it. Bring in your Mercury with your 3rd house that you've got appearing there. Bring that in, so that you are placing that money to the highest good. That's going to be the biggest benefit. Don't frit it away, or make an impulsive purchase, or make an impulsive decision. So it's covering all of that, but it's a very positive thing to have. And if it's your sexual energies with your close partner, then again it's bringing in joy and happiness to that area of your life. If it's to do with the symbolic death and the rebirth of something, it's a very positive thing, because what it means is that whatever was there before has died away, and something new is coming out of that. And to have Jupiter in that regard to whatever it might be in your life is a very positive thing.